Let's understand business. In this current session, I shall be talking about quality. Quality, as we all know, is a field which has applications all across us. But here I shall be focusing more in terms of the application of quality to management. When we talk about quality, the first thing which comes to the mind of people is that it would be adherence to certain standards. That is, there would be certain standards set which would make a particular thing good quality, and if that product does not meet those standards, it would be bad quality. Let us take an example. The standard, as has been set by this teacher, is that all these animals who can climb that tree would pass. We all know that this cannot be a parameter of quality, and that is exactly how we look at quality when it comes to management. In management, quality may be defined as meeting or exceeding the requirements, needs, and expectations of the customer, whether or not those needs have been articulated. Quality is one of the key dimensions of customer value. Managers need to understand the various elements of quality as perceived by the user to assess whether a product or service is of high quality. So here, when we talk about quality in management, what becomes important is the perception of the user. To explain quality, Garvin put forth 8 different dimensions of quality. As per Garvin, these dimensions of quality were performance, features, conformance, reliability, durability, serviceability, aesthetics, and perceived quality. Yes, as per Garvin, even perceived quality is a dimension of quality. Now, let us have a look at each of these dimensions separately. When you think of performance as a dimension of quality, think about a high-end luxury car. Each aspect of quality, what you look in a luxury car, would actually talk about the performance. Be it the pickup, be it the comfort, everything actually speaks of the performance of the vehicle. Similarly, when we talk about feature, think about your smartphone or your iPhone. The different features which are available, this is again an aspect of quality. When it is conformance, there could be certain standards based on which your product or service must match. Then we have reliability. What do we mean by reliability? The more the reliability of a particular part, the less would be a downtime. Think of a power generation unit. A power generation unit which gives lesser downtime is more reliable to your need. Then comes another aspect which is durability. That is, how long or for how much time would you be able to enjoy that particular product or service. Then we have serviceability. Serviceability is the ability to get your product serviced. That is how easy it is for you to get your product serviced, which is an important aspect of quality. Then we have aesthetics. One of the key features of quality is the product aesthetics. It is the aesthetics which differentiates one product from the other and also defines quality. Finally, we have the concept of perceived quality. If we take an example, What is perceived quality? Perceived quality are certain parameters which people consider as good. Ayurvedic wisdom or the ancient wisdom could be one of the aspects of perceived quality. These were the basic elements of quality. To design and deliver a quality product, a company need not be high on all the parameters. For example, if we talk about food, a manufacturer of a food product may focus on conformance, reliability, and aesthetics. Aesthetics, the food should look good. Reliability, yes, whatever I am eating, that would taste according to what I expect it to taste. And conformance to certain set standards, that that is, it will adhere the various standards set in terms of the safety norms, the cleanliness, the hygiene, and things like that. Another example could be a diesel engine manufacturer, where the element of quality which takes a prime position is that of performance and features relative to competitors. You need not be best in all aspects, but as long as you are able to beat your competitors in terms of the major emphasis areas, you would be considered as good quality. Moving on, apart from the 8 dimensions of quality which applied to both products and services, there are certain other elements of quality as well. That is, for services or intangible products, there are certain process-based elements which are also referred to as element of quality. These include responsiveness, that is, how responsive is the service provider to the needs of the customer or the end user. Then we have assurance. What is the kind of assurance that the end user gets from the kind of service being provided by the service provider? We have empathy. How empathetic the service provider is towards the needs and requirements of the user or customer. And finally, there could be certain other tangibles. For example, when we look about or think about quality of a hospital, we evaluate through the buildings, the equipments, the infrastructure, and same happens when we think about a good college, the kind of library, the kind of laboratories. These are all part of the tangibles which form part of the element of quality of the service. Quality of a product usually means the conformance to the requirement. This requirement is the requirement of the end user. And as we had discussed, it does not matter whether the requirement has been articulated by the end user or not. Once we know what is quality, our next objective in management, as far as quality is concerned, is to control quality. Control quality? Well, controlling quality is nothing else but to ensure that we get the kind of quality product that we intend to make or that is expected by our users. So, quality control is a process in which we measure the actual quality performance, compare it with the standards, and take corrective actions so that the quality adheres to those standards. Quality control is distinct from inspection. What happens in inspection is that we check once the product has been made. In contrast, quality control lays more emphasis on the future production or ensuring the right kind of quality in our future products. While the inspection focuses more on the past production or what has already been produced, we check the quality through quality inspection. When we talk about quality control, we have certain tools with the help of which quality is controlled or quality is monitored, and we are able to take necessary steps to ensure that we get the kind of quality which is expected by our users. These tools are as follows. Firstly, we could have a scatter diagram, then a check sheet. A check sheet or a checklist helps us to ensure the quality of the product. We can take the help of graphs and charts. We can draw histograms or a Pareto diagram. Pareto diagram is a 80-20 diagram which tells us that 80% of our issues are due to 20% of our the controllable matters. We can look into quality control through a cause and effect diagram or control charts. These tools help in the identification of the problem and establishment of measures for improvement. These are usually done through statistical means. However, we shall talk about quality control in our next sessions. What we discussed here was that quality is meeting or exceeding the requirements, needs, and expectations of the customer, whether or not those needs have been articulated. Elements of quality we saw were performance, features, conformance, reliability, durability, serviceability, aesthetics, and perceived quality. There were additional elements which were pertaining more to services, which were responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and various tangibles. And finally, we discussed about quality control, where we talked about certain quality control tools. For comments or queries on this particular session, please feel free to write in at anupamkr@gmail.com. That is ANUPAMKR@gmail.com. Thank you.